gotta know how to do it right. And there is an art to carving the turkey. Sometimes I get in there and I feel like I don't even know where to start.
Oh, I don't start. I watch other people do it, but I'm eager to learn today. So we are live with Chef Mark Kalix with the Appliance Factory on some pro tips for carving your turkey. And Kirk's been talking you up all morning.
Well,
You're just an expert at this.
Chef Mark is here to show us exactly kind of how you do it.
That's right.
So where do you start, Chef?
Yeah.
That's the first point.
So where you start is don't carve it on the carcass, on the bone, because if you carve this way, you're carving with the grain, and we all know meat is tough when you carve it with the grain. So what I do here is I start with the legs and the thighs. I just get in here and I get rid of these guys for now, right? And you want to use your hands. That's why I wear rubber gloves. I like how everybody takes a step back.
There might be some juices flying, which is not a bad thing.
Well, talk about the gloves, because I actually wore gloves the last time I did it, and it made a huge difference.
Yeah, it just helps with the heat, you know, so make sure that you're getting your turkey to rest for at least an hour. This one didn't rest quite as much as I'd like it to, but no big deal. All right, now here's the magic. And I got a little puddle here, make a dam. All right.
So you did the legs first.
Yeah, and then what we're going to do here is the breast. And this is really the star of the show for most people. And don't use an electric knife, because an electric knife will just shake all the juice out of your turkey.
So the bone's in the middle here,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So here's the breastbone. And now we have a boneless turkey breast. All right, I'm going to set that over here.
4 cuts and you got almost all the meat.
Right.
This is fascinating to me. You're so quick with it.
Well, thank you. I've literally carved thousands of turkeys in my life.
You're like, I'm kind of an expert, so thank you.
Yeah, so this is carving against the grain, which is going to make sure that your turkey remains moist. I don't care how well you carve your turkey, cook your turkey. If you don't carve it properly, you're going to end up with dry and gross.
So what you're saying is don't cut it
this way, and don't cut it this way.
Cut it the short way.
Cut it the short way like it's a steak.
I
feel like people in my life have all been doing it wrong all these years.
And I know it's like nostalgic to do it at the table and sit there. But what you end up with is like kind of this random amalgamation of turkey pieces. All this we eat at midnight, right? And then here we got to get to the drumsticks. So I just kind of separate the drumstick, because that right there, in my house, I fight for those.
The drumstick, you like the drumstick?
Yeah, I usually just hide one for myself.
That's not weird at all.
They're like, hey, where did that other drumstick go? You're like, I have no idea.
I got a one-legged turkey this year.
And then the thighs,
this I just pull apart with my hands again.
That's all the dark meat that people
that's all the dark meat.
That's a good stuff. Yeah.
So I pull this apart, and I get it in there, and I just set it down, and then we end up with a really easy to eat. And really nice turkey.
You literally did that in like a minute and a half.
Yeah, well,
and you're right, you've done thousands, I get it. But it's not that hard is the point.
It's not that hard, and it's not a bad idea to practice. If you're getting one of those roaster chickens from Costco,
$5.
Yeah, it's the same technique. So you can practice before the holidays.
Okay, let me ask you this. Cooking-wise, I know we don't have time to go into like how to properly cook it, but any quick tips that you do?
100%. So I roast it upside down. So this is the back. And I put that up towards the oven.
The top of the oven,
Majority of the time, then I flip it over at the last
because all the juices then come down to the breast.
It bastes, all that fat bastes. And then I flip it over at the last second. The brown, I let it rest for an hour before I carve.
An hour?
An hour.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Don't tent it, just let it rest. It's got a lot of heat. It's going to retain that heat, and it's going to be delicious.
What does that do? So that lets all the juices kind of just soak in
soak
there?
back in. And I had too much juice here. You know, when you're roasting turkeys at 10 o'clock in the morning, you got to start pretty early. So it didn't rest as much as I would have liked.
So start maybe a little bit earlier than you, if you're going to get started, start early. Chef, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
We appreciate your time. Chef Mark Kalix with Appliance Factory. And now you know, if you're carving the turkey this year, how to properly carve that turkey.
I feel like I'm going to your house for Thanksgiving.
Come on over.
Okay.
We're going to Chef Mark.
That's right.
Great place to be.
Chef, you said you've carved thousands of turkeys?
Thousands of turkeys, that's right, yeah.
That's impressive.
And kind of scary when you think about it.
Yeah, a little bit.
I heard him, by the way, we were preparing for this segment about 5 minutes ago. I just hear him like sharpening his knife. And
just off into the distance.
I'm like, what's happening? Who's hiding in the shadows in here?
Oh my gosh, can we try a piece of the turkey?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let's get in there.
Nice.
That piece right
All right, you guys eat. How about I take over the weather from here?